Alright, so now we're on the old Cheyenne 72 hood. Probably one of the hardest things to do is hoods. It used to be blue. You can see some old blue paint in there. Getting these channels cleaned out, getting these spot welds cleaned out. Spot welds they're always a challenge. The front here where the hood skin meets the inner, always tough. And these spot welds are almost done. I ended up using this little guy here to scrape a lot of the paint stuff out. Anyway, this spot weld needs to work. But yeah, they spot weld the skin to the inside, and this is where a lot of rust and dirt gets trapped in here. And incidentally, a ton of paint. Blue paint, primer, black paint, red paint, every freaking color this poor thing has been. This side's basically done. It's all smooth, ready for primer. So, yeah. So, Mr. Pat, he has that undercoat on here. Sprayed it when the hood was on the car, so it's all missing back here. Missing. Missing up there in the corner. And I get it, the hood was on still. So we're going to go ahead and touch these corners and spots up. Someone got primer on it. It actually wasn't me. But yeah. So this is the back side of the hood and what it looks like. So again, my job today is to keep blowing it. I've been blowing it and blowing it and blowing it and vacuuming it. Getting all the stuff out of the nooks and crannies in here. And up and through here, so we can get ready to spray it. And while it was upside down, it's the only way and the easiest way to get this clean. So they stripped the hood. There's no blue paint on the top, just that red. But they didn't strip this stuff out. So it was pretty heavy, pretty bad. I got a little bit more work to do. And we used a wire wheel and a little 3-inch grinder to get all this stuff out, smooth it out and polish it up. But yeah, that's where we're at today. I want to come back later on the video when we primer it and paint it. Painting stuff this big is a bitch, and I certainly can't hang it, so we're going to paint it flat, which means we're going to have a ton of trash in this. It's definitely going to have to be rubbed out. That's where we're at today on this project. Taking care of the hood. Alright, so we went ahead and put some new undercoat under the hood. And we got those spots that were missing. All this stuff back here that was missing. All pretty now. Oh, look, I missed a spot. Son of a bitch. Man. But that's okay. I got more. By the way, this stuff right here, this 3M product, it's really good. Probably the best I've ever used. Lays out nice. No bunch of splatters. Texture's, texture's good. Nice flat looking black. That primer spot's gone. Underneath there's mist that was missing is gotten done and good. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this product. It's pretty nice. I just got to get some right in that lip where I missed. But beyond that, not bad. So we'll let this dry tonight. Tomorrow we'll flip it over and work on primering this bad boy. We'll be back tomorrow. Alright, so as you know, we stripped out the sides, the edges down here. And the top, I decided not to strip the hood because there was, Bondo in the corners and stuff like that here. I repaired the Bondo and I feathered out all the chips that were in the hood. So now we're going to go ahead and block it with 220. I'm going to give it a dust of black spray paint. I'll show you that in a second and then start blocking it up. Alright, so we just dusted it with some black. I had some primer, a black flat primer. Kind of just dusted along for blocking. It's really windy outside for this kind of stuff, but kind of blocked the area. I kind of put it heavy on the areas I know there might be problems. Well, we'll start blocking it out and prime it again. This will be a 2-3 step process. But you want the hood, it's kind of a showpiece of the car. You want to make sure it's completely straight and flat. So when you spray it, it looks like nice and glassy. There you go. Alright, so right away, you can see there's a high spot here. The metal showing. This is all black still. And you can see here it's cutting and here it's cutting. So this is an example of here, this whole area is lower than here and here. And this is why we block. So what, continue to block it out going around this spot. If it doesn't straighten out, we know we're gonna need some more primer sealer thicker here. And we'll use the primer to bring this back up and flat. Otherwise you'll have a really minuscule wave right here. You probably won't see it anyway because of where it's at, but this is an example I'm talking about why we got to block. We're looking for those low areas to fill with, potentially fill a primer, or look for a dent, a low spot. I know this lighting is weird, but as you can see, if you can see it, it's low here where it's all the black primer still is. Low here, high here, a little high here. Like I said, there's Bondo right here. So it may need a little bit more work. Over here on the rest of the edge came out pretty good. Now up here, if I can get the camera to focus on it. Again, we have primer here, indicating potential low spot. We've got to keep blocking. All the way down. Again, the lighting out here sucks. I'm under a tree in the driveway, but you get my point, right? Potential problem. We got to keep blocking this out and see if we find bare metal high spots, or if this is a low spot in the primer right here. The rest of the hood so far, where the rock chips are, has all blocked out perfect. We still have to the front of the hood, obviously. Blocking techniques, pretty simple. Use 2 hands. You're going to block this direction, and you're going to block this direction in a crisscross pattern. So just kind of give you a little update on what that looks like and why we do it. I'm sure most of you guys that already paint and prep already know. Alright, we're going to have to make some 2K primer. It makes it heavy. Kind of fill that little low area in. Feather this nicely. Excuse me. It's all blocked out. Another potential low spot here, where hopefully the 2K primer takes care of that. And again, back here, you see there's still black primer from blocking. I also got a couple scratches down here I got to deal with. Excuse me, man. But yeah, there's Bondo right here, so a little bit more work. Other than that, everything else blocked out pretty good. All the low spots, there are no low spots. There's no problems where we take our rock chips. That's the hard part for blocking. But yeah, another coat of primer. Alright, so the plan today was to block this out for a 3rd time at 6 and then 8. But still finding a low spot here. As you can see, the black spray paint still there, and this Bondo here I know for sure it's really low. You see it's coming out high here, low here, it's low here, all the way down. You can see the spray paint still. Yeah, this is feathered edges showing, so we're gonna have to do more repair work here. I think the top's gonna be perfect. I think I think the sides are going to be good. I'm not there yet. There's still some high edge paint here on the edge I got to work down. Should have stripped it. Oh well. Yeah, so we're on our third time blocking. We'll see how it comes out. But I got to do some work to the front nose. But I'm really confident that the top is good. So we got tiny low spot here all the way across. You can't really see it in the video, but there's still black spray paint right there. Let's see, well, you have this high spot coming through. This is why you should always just strip off the old paint when you're doing restoration projects, because this is exactly what we're going to run into now as we keep blocking out the low spot. Alright, so tiny, not low spot there, that's the red paint coming through. Red paint, so it looks like it blocked out really good. A little bit of low here. I expected this to be low because there's Bondo here, so I'll put some spot putty there to fill it in. But overall, you know, kind of sucks that this paint's here. I really wish I would have stripped it off, but it feathered back. It feels perfect. Another coat of primer, one more block would be good there. Went ahead and put some glazing putty there and spot putty here in that little low spot. I'm not a fan of using the spot putty, but for just a really minor low spot I'll use it. I won't use it on scratches. And this is the glaze that I use. It's just the O'Reilly one they have, but it works really good. Works good. And then over here, this came out perfect. This is the side I was actually worried about because there's a lot of Bondo in here. And as you can see, the Bondo feathered in perfect here. It's a little tiny bit low right there. Again, some little spot putty right here, just on the edge. And you see we're into one of the old layers of primer. But this was the one I was worried about because there was like a really bad low spot here. But I put the primer sealer thick here, the K2, 2K, excuse me. And it did a good job. A little bit low right there, but you can't see that anyway. So yeah, I'm going to put a little spot putty here and there. Let it dry for a while. This is ready to be fixed already. But the side I worried about was not bad. The side I wasn't worried about was actually a little tougher. Go figure. Still got to block the whole hood, but I've already blocked it several times. I know it's in good shape, except the back there. So I'll be back later. Man, I'm nervous by the way this thing is hanging. Well, I got to clean it and get ready to paint it. It's definitely a strange way to do it, but it's the only way I can do it. Getting paint back here is going to be fun, but I have a step ladder. Yeah, driveway paint job. It's straight though. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. It's not very straight, it's crooked. Wish me luck. This is the end of the hood. Our makeshift paint booth works pretty decent. Some bugs in it, a couple gnats. Brother Pat's gonna have to buff it. There's a tiny little run right here in the corner. Damn it. Son of a gun. But beyond that, most importantly is the hood is straight. There's no wave anywhere. So I guess I accomplished my goal of what, 3 days of blocking this son of a... Anyway. Yeah, so be a little run. I'll have to just color sand it out, but you can see it's straight. It's pretty straight, not a wave on it. So tomorrow I'll have to unmask it. But yeah, The makeshift paint booth is pop-up tent and some plastic. The ground was drying as fast as I wet it, but it's because it's so hot out. So anyway, this hood was actually one of the hardest things I've done because it's big and I wanted it to be perfect because it's obviously the showpiece of the truck. So that concludes the hood. Next we'll do the fenders.